Today we will seek a biblical answer to the immigration crisis. Justice, Borders and Compassion Exposed. Welcome to Paradise Lost and Found. My name is James Adams. As a retired registered nurse, I work many hospitals and clinics where we treated everyone including illegal immigrants. Many arrived in our emergency rooms with numerous injuries as they travailed the miles from their home countries, through Mexico, and into the interior of America. There were rattlesnake bites, serious dehydration and injuries, disease, separated children, women in labor and much more. All of these folks were, and are, children of God and were treated as well as if they were American citizens. However, it was also a tremendous burden on American healthcare as I witnessed insufficient staff run ragged from overtime and a number of hospitals and medical facilities closed as a result of all the free care they provided. And this, of course, caused serious problems for citizens and legal residents who depended on these facilities. And then there's the masses of criminals who accompanied them across the border too. One of the women I worked with was married to an illegal Mexican citizen. The poor man drowned in the Rio Grande River trying to return into the U.S. to be with her and their children. It was devastating. The suffering caused by immigration issues knows no bounds. The immigration crisis is not just a political issue, it's a moral and spiritual battle that continues to leave deep scars on our nation. Every time an innocent American is killed, assaulted, or devastated by an act of violence from an illegal immigrant, we are reminded of the very real cost of lawlessness. The stories of Laken Riley, Rachel Morin, Jocelyn Nungare, Sarah Root, Kate Steinle and many other innocent Americans are heartbreaking testaments to this suffering. Their families are left with an anguish that no words can ease, and our communities are left asking, what does justice truly look like in this situation? As Christians, we cannot ignore this crisis. We are called to uphold both justice and mercy, but what does that mean in a nation struggling with border security, unchecked illegal immigration, and the undeniable pain of American victims? Many will point to verses like Leviticus chapter 19 verse 34, where we are told to love the foreigner as we love ourselves, as a reason to open our doors without limits. But the Bible also speaks clearly about justice, order, and the protection of the innocent, including both immigrants and American citizens alike. Romans chapter 13 verse 1-4 reminds us that governing authorities are put in place by God to uphold justice and protect the people. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 28 warns against removing the ancient boundary stones set by our ancestors, a concept that applies not just to land, but to the order of law itself. This is not just about numbers, policies, or economics. It's about real human suffering, both of those seeking refuge and of Americans who have lost their lives due to reckless policies. Compassion is not a call to lawlessness. And love does not mean abandoning justice. Jesus himself exemplified this balance. He showed radical love to the outcasts while also affirming the need for personal responsibility and righteousness. When he met the woman caught in adultery, he extended grace, but also commanded her to go and sin no more. John chapter 8 verse 11. True Christian compassion does not enable destruction. It seeks redemption through truth and order. So how do we, as believers, respond to the immigration crisis biblically? 1. We acknowledge the pain. We do not minimize the suffering of American victims. We honor them, speak their names, and advocate for justice so that no more innocent lives are lost. 2. We uphold the rule of law. God is a God of justice. Border security is not about hate, it's about stewardship. Nations have the right and responsibility to protect their people. 3. We show compassion with wisdom. Not all who come are criminals, but neither can we ignore the harsh reality of cartel exploitation, human trafficking, and the dangers of unvetted entry. Compassion must be paired with discernment. 4. We support biblical solutions, church-led initiatives that help legal immigrants integrate properly, mission work that aids those in need without promoting lawlessness, and political engagement that prioritizes both justice and mercy are all necessary steps. One solution is being proposed by the problem solvers. Problem Solvers is a bipartisan caucus in the House of Representatives co-chaired by Representative Brian Fitzpatrick, Republican from Pennsylvania, and Representative Josh Gottheimer, Democrat from New Jersey. The caucus consists of 62 members of the House split evenly between the two parties, 31 Republicans and 31 Democrats. The caucus was created to have a block of enough common-sense members of both parties willing to stand together to find common ground on big issues facing our country that would not only push forward solutions, but also vote together to impact what can and cannot pass the House. The bottom line is that America needs to move forward showing respect and compassion to all God's children, including our fellow Americans. In the end, we must allow our current immigration laws to be enforced but refuse to let this issue be hijacked by political extremes. The immigration crisis is not just about policies, it's about people. And as Christians, we are called to stand in the gap for both justice and mercy. We seek a nation that protects its own while also offering true, responsible refuge to those who are truly in need. The question is, will we rise to this challenge biblically, or will we let ideology replace truth? Let's continue the conversation. Comment below with your thoughts. And if you want more biblical insights on navigating today's biggest challenges, be sure to subscribe. Until next time, stay strong in faith and stand firm in truth. Cheers.